Alright, so let's talk about the latest Kansas City Chiefs news. We got a lot to cover today, including roster moves, free agency updates, and even a serious discussion about an unfortunate Super Bowl parade incident. Will the Chiefs bring back Travis Kelce for another season? Could they target a new linebacker in the draft? And what's the latest on Rashee Rice's injury recovery? Stick around because we're breaking it all down right here, right now, so let's get into it. Let's start with some roster moves. Former Chiefs linebacker Swayze Bozeman is heading to the Chicago Bears. Bozeman didn't see much action here in Kansas City, but he now gets a fresh start in Chicago, so best of luck to him as he looks to make an impact on their defense, but obviously not best of luck when the Bears are playing the Chiefs. Now, a name that was floated around for the Chiefs offensive line was Ravens left tackle Ronnie Stanley. However, he's expected to be out of the Chiefs' price range. The soon-to-be 31-year-old is projected to command around a $20.7 million contract on a 2-year deal. That's a very hefty price tag, especially when you consider things like his age, injury history, and with the Chiefs looking to maintain financial flexibility, they may look elsewhere for offensive line help. Keeping Patrick Mahomes protected is always a priority. But spending that much on a veteran left tackle might not be in the cards. I would rather go in the draft one in the first round, and lock up your future star left tackle for the next 10 plus years. Now let's talk about a fan favorite, Travis Kelce. The Chiefs want him back for one more season, but there's a catch. He wouldn't be the offensive focal point anymore. Instead, he'd take on more of a role player position, possibly mentoring the younger guys while still making an impact in big moments. Kelce has been the main piece of this offense for years, but with the Chiefs transitioning to a younger core, his role would naturally shift. So the question is, will Kelce be okay with that? And the bigger question is, does he even want to play football? Does he have a passion for it? Only time is going to tell. He has about a month to make his decision, but it's something to watch closely as the offseason progresses. Kelce's under contract for next year, and if he wants to try and win a Super Bowl, he should come back. Wide receiver Montreal Washington and corner Nick Jones have signed with the New York Giants. While these aren't major losses for KC, depth pieces always matter, and the Chiefs will need to continue adding talent, especially in the secondary. I actually thought Nick Jones could have a small role next year, but best of luck to him in New York. Speaking of defense, the Chiefs met with Ole Miss linebacker Chris Paul Jr. at the Shrine Bowl. With Nick Bolton's future uncertain, Kansas City could definitely use a linebacker. Paul Jr. is an athletic, high-ceiling prospect with great coverage skills. He has the movement ability to stay with running backs and tight ends and man coverage and shut down passing lanes in zone. He also has good ball skills and the speed to react quickly. However, his awareness and eye discipline need work, and he struggles against the run due to his frame and block shedding issues. With some development, he could become a quality linebacker in Steve Spagnuolo's defense. Now let's talk about Rashee Rice. We all know he tore his LCL early in the season, sidelining him for the Chiefs Super Bowl run. In an interview, Rice revealed he initially thought it wasn't serious until the MRI results came back. He leaned on his teammates during recovery, saying, quote, "I have guys around me who reminded me I'm a great player even if I'm not on the field." The good news is he's expected to be ready to rock and roll for next season. Think about it, Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice, maybe Hollywood Brown. That's huge news for the Chiefs considering he was the team's top target before the injury. Hopefully he can bounce back next year and return to his self, the same as he was, the same Rashee Rice we know. And before we wrap up, I have to talk about something pretty serious. The Eagles had their Super Bowl LAX parade yesterday, and it was disrupted by violence, and I'm not talking some punches, some fighting. 2 people were shot along Benjamin Franklin Parkway following an argument. And get this, it happened while Eagles players were giving their speeches. All I gotta say is this has gotta stop. It's got to stop. This is the second year in a row a Super Bowl parade has had a shooting. Last year, Kansas City had theirs. Enough is enough. Sports are meant to bring people together, not end in a shooting, not a tragedy. It's time for some real change, honestly. So drop your thoughts in the comments down below. What can be done to prevent this from happening again? Chiefs Kingdom, that's all for today's update. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a Chiefs update. And we'll see you tomorrow, and go Chiefs.